So what I did last night is I got onto Claude Code and I had it look at my Facebook groups about the Amazon influencer program and then do Reddit. And I had it look through all of the questions that people are talking about, put it in order of the things that people are concerned about the most. So I've got these questions all loaded up, ready to go. I'm with my brother Tyler. We're just going to go through these questions one by one. If you have a question about these questions, just write a comment below. We kind of like these videos because we like talking about Amazon influencer program. So, first
Review
question,
bros. We're
review
review
bros.
bros.
We're the review bros. First question.
Okay.
Okay. Why am I getting clicks but no sales? Why does my dashboard say I had way more items ordered than actually shipped? And where did my commission go? So I'll have you talk about this, Tyler. But before I do, a little bit of context with how this question comes about. I see people post a lot like, I looked and I saw that I had this many clicks, but I'm getting this many sales and making this much money. This isn't adding up. What's going on? I've been seeing this a lot recently. So for you, Tyler, have you been seeing this? Is this something people should be concerned about?
Um, yes and no, because so obviously you're going to have way more clicks than you are going to have sales, and it depends on your category. Like if you're doing clothing or whether a lot of people just browse, and especially if it's vertical. So if you have something that's vertical, you might have thousands of views but no sales.
Mhm.
Um, but also your sales aren't recorded until it ships, so that might happen a few days later. So often that's disjointed because there's not that immediate correlation. And this is true of all platforms. So you'll see that with Amazon reporting, but even on YouTube, you might see I have a video that has 40,000 views on YouTube. So I look at my offsite to see how many of them went to Amazon to buy it. And I don't think I have a single sell on that product. And it might be that maybe the link is down or they've changed, they have a newer version of that now. So there's a lot of reasons why you might have a lot of views, but not necessarily converting those to sales.
I think the only thing I really want to say with that is I know it's frustrating for myself, for a lot of people. You see a big number and you have a certain expectation, and then you see your results and it doesn't match. The only thing I'll really say is I don't think Amazon's messing up. Like, I don't think anything's broken. If you are selling a product, it goes out, it doesn't have a return, you will get the commission for that eventually. Might not be a lot, but I don't think Amazon is messing up. I don't think this is something you need to worry about. And in fact, Amazon's taking away basically all statistics. So it's really hard to even match this up. So that's all I'll say. Next question. Why did my creator connections earnings just disappear from my reporting? So I think what this is referring to is what, like 3 weeks ago, where Amazon used to say what you were selling the previous day for creator connections. Now they only do it if you're selling a certain amount or getting a certain amount of clicks. Yeah. Well, do you have any thoughts, any positive, happy notes on that?
So I've almost given up on all Amazon reporting because it's so useless at this point compared to what it used to be. But the one thing that I found that often I'll be like, how come it looks like that? Is because on the Creator Connections reporting, there's an Affiliate Plus campaigns tab, there's a sponsored product for creators tab, there's a licensed content tab. And sometimes I'll have clicked on one of those and not realized, or maybe I'll be on the instead of the 30-day, it'll just be the 1 day view. And so sometimes it's simply just tweaking those settings so that you're on like what I typically want to see is the affiliate plus campaigns for the last 30 days. And that tells me about how I'm doing generally right now, but I rarely even look at this reporting anymore. It's not super helpful.
It has been discouraging for me, especially because I created an extension that specifically downloads the reporting so I can do analytics on it. And now that's kind of worthless. But I do agree with you. And I will say that I don't understand why Amazon's doing this. Makes no sense to me. I think it's a bad move. But you still can do like 30-day reporting, and that will still give you an idea of what's doing well. Now, the reason I don't really like that is there are some, like, large item purchases that I have that are, like, $2,000. If I sell just 1, then it's worth it for me, but now we don't get any of that reporting, and so that kinda discourages me from, in the future, doing something that I really don't know if I'm gonna sell because there's no way to track it, but it is what it is, and, maybe Amazon will change, I don't know, but on to the next question. Should I accept every Creator Connections campaign or only certain ones? And I don't know if when people are talking about this, if they mean like accept like 100% of the Creator Connections campaigns or just accept every Creator Connections campaign from the videos you've done. But what are your thoughts on this, Tyler?
So I know that I have a button now when I'm on Creator Connections, and it says accept all. And I don't know if that's
Okay.
from the Oink extension or something
Mm,
else.
I think that's earnings per click. So
Oh, okay.
let's get that established, and maybe that's where some of the confusion is from.
Well, so I'm on there right now, and I'm on the page that says new opportunities, and it lists all the things below, and it says accept all. There's a button, and it looks like it's part of the
Mm,
Amazon dashboard. It looks like a normal thing. So
that
when I click accept all, now all the new opportunities that had populated are gone because I accepted all the new
okay,
opportunities.
are you on the Affiliate Plus Campaigns tab or the Sponsored Products for Creators tab?
Neither. I'm right when you click. I'm not on reporting. I'm on Creator Connections, just the Creator Connections where it lists all the campaigns.
Uh, me too. Um,
I don't have any tabs. It says, okay, so it says Creator Connections at the top is the last thing it shows, and then it shows reporting for the last 30 days, total earnings, total clicks, average earnings per click. It compares it to 7 days ago. If I keep scrolling down, it says Affiliate Plus. So is that what you're asking for? Affiliate
yeah.
Plus campaigns. And then it just says sponsored products for creators. Says you're part of our auto enroll experiment. Oh, so maybe this is different for
Oh,
me.
yeah. So there you go. So maybe that's why people that's really interesting. So yeah, I'm not part
Did
of
I get
that.
invited and not you?
It
Oh
looks
man, I
it
must
looks
be
like
a
it.
really good reviewer to be
Y
invited to their experiment.
you must be. That is very interesting. Um, okay, well,
Let me read you the rest of what it says because
okay,
some people won't see this. It
re
says you're in. You're part of our auto enroll experiment. Qualifying products you already promote will be automatically enrolled in sponsored products for creators, SPC, as you drive eligible clicks. View your auto enrolled products in the accepted tab. And then I have my tab, new opportunities accepted and submitted content links. On the new opportunities tab, because I hit accept all, that's now empty. There's nothing there. And if I clicked on the accepted, now 90% of these things that are in here are things that don't look familiar to me. I don't think I've
mm,
reviewed any of these things, but
wow,
I'm auto enrolled.
that's pretty cool. Okay. So my thoughts on this is obviously this is a beta something or other that not everyone has. I would say if you have it, absolutely do it. Now, if you're already using an extension that already does this, you could continue to do that. But for some of you who don't have an extension that's doing this and you've been invited to that, I would say yeah, absolutely. The main thing everyone should be doing all the time is if you've created content, you want to be accepting that campaign for the content. Now, beyond that, um, I know that there are some people who are accepting campaigns for related items or similar items in hopes of trying to get Halo sales still, or if, for example, you are on YouTube and you have a video that's doing really well for headphones, you could just go through, look at all of the headphones things and accept those because you do still get credit for offsite sales. So that might be what people are referring to. But I will say this. I think if you want to be serious and you've got a few hundred videos at least, you really do need probably a paid extension that is automating things for you. Um, and it looks like maybe Amazon's trying to make a few things easier, but even then, you have to go in there and press accept every day. I think there's a lot of extensions that will just do that automatically if your browser's open, so that's something worth looking into. Next question. Okay, how many videos a day is too many? Is there a safe upload volume? So I'll just start out with this. I don't upload a lot. Maybe 1 or 2 a day at I mean, maybe I'm doing 4 at most a day now. That's that's fine. Um, I I I've never felt nervous about uploading too many videos. I know, Tyler, back a couple years ago, you had days where you're probably uploading maybe up to 20 or more a day. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, even now, last or a couple months ago, I did, I think 60 in a day, and there's no reason not to do that. You're not spacing anything out on Amazon, even on YouTube. Most of these, you want them to be evergreen, right? So you're not going to beat the system by spreading them out or whatever. If they're for search volume, upload them now. Like there's no reason to hold on to those.
Yeah, honestly, the only reason I could think of maybe not uploading too many is if if you're copying or stealing videos and you don't want to draw attention to yourself, um, which in that case, upload all of them in a day and get caught. But yeah, I can't think of a real good reason to withhold uploads. Just personal opinion there. So next question, what's the actual difference between on-site commissions, off-site commissions, and earnings per click? So I think most people are pretty clear with this. I will say what I think, and you, Tyler, can tell me if I'm off the mark or anything. But on-site commissions, basically, if you upload a video directly to Amazon, someone watches that and then buys the product. That is your on-site commissions. Off-site commissions is going to be more with people who have like Facebook groups or a YouTube channel or Pinterest, where I don't know Pinterest, so I don't know how they do it. But for me, I have YouTube and I put a link at the in the video description. If people click on that and then buy any item, then I get the commissions for that item that they purchase. And then earnings per click, that is specifically with offsite stuff. So again, going back to your Facebook groups or Pinterest or YouTube, if you have a link in YouTube or Facebook and people click on that, then you're actually getting earnings for people just clicking on it if you've accepted that campaign and if that campaign is available. Just for transparency, there is an accept all for earnings per click on that page, and I click on that about every day. I don't want to look through things. I don't have an extension that looks through that. And I'm in the ballpark of about 150 to $200 per month doing it. So I click on it every day to get a few free lunches. I'm not earning a lot with that. Anything to add for that?
I would just say, one thing as an advanced tip as far as offsite commissions, if when you're editing your videos or preparing them for upload to Amazon, you might consider creating a slightly different version for YouTube than Amazon, just at the end where you say, and if you want to get this thing, look in the description to click, because at least for me, I've never done that, and my offsite earnings are really, really low. And in the last few months, I've started putting at the end of my YouTube videos, and I've noticed that I've seen a little bit more offsite traffic. And so I would do that from day one if I was starting over. Just make the last 5 seconds different for your YouTube videos and say click it. And on YouTube, that's normal. Even the biggest channels, they'll
Yeah.
say subscribe to my channel or like this several times during their videos. That's kind of expected, but we don't do that on Amazon at all.
That's, that's actually kind of a fun experiment. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I've wondered the same thing too, because I don't do that either, but it'd be super easy for me to just do that on all of my videos and then on Amazon, just cut that part off. So I'll have to think about that. I'll talk to you later about that and see maybe in a month or two what the
Yeah.
results are. The next question is, how do I expand my storefront to the UK, Canada, or Australia? Do you want to tackle that?
Yeah, so that one's really easy. You just sign up for your storefront the same way you do for the US. So you go for like the UK version, and I just Google this because I always forget how to it. So I just say UK Amazon, go to a or UK Amazon influencer is what I'll Google, and it will have you sign up. I did that last month for India. So I figure India's a lot of English speaking. It takes less than a minute to sign up, and then it just puts it in with all your other storefronts and keeps track of stuff for you. Of course, you have to upload that video separately, and at least now, I think this is an Oink thing, but when I upload a video to my US storefront, I can just click the button for Canada and UK, and it will automatically open that same product with the same thumbnail I have and the same title. So I'm just submitting it, which is really, really awesome. That's a great feature. It doesn't do that to any other place, only Canada and UK. So if you want to upload videos to Germany or Singapore, whatever, you're going to have to go in through and manually do that. And I don't think it's worth the time. Like my earnings on those other storefronts are so small. Australia's not worth it. So far, India has not been worth it for me,
Yeah.
but UK and Canada, you can make an extra 100 or $200 a month.
Yeah, I will say, just to add a little bit, unless you're making tons of money already, UK and Canada are probably the ones that you wanna focus on. They're the easiest. A couple notes, if you do upload to, like, Germany, for example, it used to be that they would approve videos. Now they say it's not in that country's language, so they're rejecting videos. So be aware of that if you're gonna do other, countries. With India, specifically, you have to have an Indian bank account to withdraw. I've got about $1,000 that I'll be able to withdraw when I go to India and open up an Indian bank account, but, just something to be aware of with that. But I would say it's absolutely worth it to at least open up UK and Canada. And even if you're not using an extension, I just have like the UK and Canada tabs open all the time and search for the ASIN and have it load that way. So
McKay,
it's
let me
not that
piggyback
hard.
just for a second. Again, like you said, with some of these foreign storefronts, it might not be worth it even to make an extra $100 because you are going to have to link into however they pay you. And for taxes and stuff, sometimes it can get complicated because they have to have documentation that you're getting money from another country. And it really is probably not worth it unless you're doing a lot of videos and they're showing up on those other storefronts. So
Yeah.
I would stick to those 2 as well.
All right. So next question, is the Amazon influencer program even worth it anymore with all the rate cuts? So I'll have you start with this one.
So I did a little bit of analysis recently, and I found that for the work that I'm doing right now, I'm not uploading nearly as much as I did before, but I still make anywhere between 20 and $50 an hour for uploading videos, new videos, and having them come in. And I'm not buying a lot of products. It's just the normal stuff that I'm purchasing or I'm getting sent as sponsored videos. Now, for the videos that I filmed in 2023, it was kind of the Wild West back then. And for those videos, I got paid $200 an hour. And I'm still making money off those. So maybe when all is said and done, I'll have made $300 an hour for the effort I put in 2023. So it depends on how much your time is worth. As a professor, my time's worth about $50 an hour. If I can make $50 an hour on Amazon, it's probably worth it for overtime, right? That's working overtime. I think it's worth about 5 hours a week to me. If I was starting over and I was like, I want to make this thing work, I want $1,000 a month. Yeah, you can do that. You just have to work hard, treat it like a job.
Yeah, and I am doing this full time, so obviously it's worth it for me because if I stop doing this, I stop getting money and I'll be homeless. But what I would say is the main thing is it has changed the way you make money, the way you make videos. So you do have to figure out what works in order for it to be worth it. If you're just going to do something that doesn't work and do it over and over again, no, it's not worth it. It's going to be a waste of your time. Uh it probably will take a while to figure out what actually works for you, but once you do figure that out, then yeah, absolutely, it is worth it. So the next question, how much are people actually making per month doing this? So Tyler is great because he's one of the few people who still do monthly reports. So I will let you say how much you make, and then I'll say how much I make.
Yeah. So this year I'm averaging about $4,500 a month. That's about what I made last month. I expect a little bit more in Q4 just for holiday shopping, where I if this is the same as other years, you basically get a 50% boost in November, December. So 4,500 would go up to about 7,000, 7,500. So, and that again, I put in the work before. I have 3,000 videos posted. So if I did nothing this year, I'd still probably make $2,000 a month, right? And it has diminishing returns. So next month I'd still probably make $4,000, but the month after I'd make 3,500, etc. And so, but right now, a lot of my earnings is not coming from direct on-site anymore. It's coming from sponsored videos and other avenues, YouTube views and things like that. And so the only reason I make $4,500 a month is because I've worked consistently for several years. If I was starting brand new today, it would be frustrating because I wouldn't get those same things. I still think if you treat this seriously, if you treat it like any other part-time job, 10 to 20 hours a week, and you do it for 6 months, you're going to make enough money that you're going to feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, so for me, um, I think the lowest amount I've made this year is probably around maybe 16 or $17,000, and, the highest, well, the most recent payout that I got last month, so we're talking about 2 months ago for Amazon, that was just over $20,000, and again, like Tyler said, it's not just commissions, but it's YouTube AdSense, it's, sponsored videos, things like that. From what I've been reading from people online, I think one of the major things that happened is there were a lot of people who were making tons of money because they were in the program a long time ago. They had a lot of videos, and the videos just aren't that great. And videos that aren't great don't make money anymore. So we have a lot of people who are going from making $10,000, $20,000 a month to maybe making hundreds of dollars a month, because their videos don't show up anymore and the program is saturated. So, really, what it comes down to is yes, scale is important, but only if you're making videos that have good placement. So, you really got to figure out how to make videos that perform well, and you can still. I mean, I have one video that single product is making like one to $200 per day for that single product. So it's all about finding a product that works really well, doing a good video, and then trying to replicate that as many times as you can.
Yeah. McKay, before you go on to the next question, I feel like we have enough questions left that we should make this a two-parter. How are you feeling about this?
We could probably do about two more questions, but I think we're about halfway through the list of questions I have.
Okay, well, let's do the two questions and then let's make this a two-parter. We'll put one on your channel, one on my channel.
Sounds good. Okay.
Cool.
So, another question that comes up is a brand wants to license my video for ads or they're listing. What should I charge? I see this all the time. I'll go ahead and answer it. Charge whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, figure out what people are willing to pay. If if you want to charge $300, great. Say $300. If people say that's too high, then say, okay, $200. Like, you just got to figure it out. No one can tell you what a good amount is. It's going to be different for everyone. The one thing I would say is yes, absolutely charge money for it or try to. And the more you do it, the more you're going to know what you're worth. But everyone's going to try to negotiate. So try to offer something maybe a little bit higher than what you think maybe you should be getting paid and go from there.
Yeah. If I can add to that, we commonly hear this question not just for usage rights, but or licensing, but also just what should you charge for a sponsored video?
Yeah.
And the criticism if you charge too little is you're killing the market. If you charge so little, then you're going to make crappy videos and it screws everyone over that's making awesome videos. Well, so what? Do what's in your own best interest, like McKay said. And if you find, like I have found, that there's a sweet spot where if I only charge $30 a video, I can get 100 videos every month. People will send me an infinite number of $30 videos, and I could make a full-time living doing $30 videos that take me 5 minutes to record, 5 minutes to edit. I'm going to make $100 an hour at least doing those kind. And that's fine for that kind of product. If I want to do a more technical product that requires longer, more detailed videos, I'm going to charge three, $400, $500, and I'm going to make one or two a month. And I'm going to be happy about that. I'm actually focusing on improving my quality right now, but you have to do what's right for you. And trolls are going to come out and tell you, well, probably not, because you're not making videos like me and McKay are, but we see this in our comments that you're ruining it for everyone. No, I'm doing what's best for my family. And I'm trying to have integrity and make good videos that are honest. And I'm okay with that. And you can disagree with my philosophy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. If someone sends an email to me and 5 other people and I say I'm gonna do it for $200 and other people say, "Yeah, I'll do that for free," and they're not gonna pay me, I don't care. If I really want the product, if I think it's valuable and I think I can make money off it, then I will say $0. I will do it for free and I will try to make a better video than everyone else. Like, you just gotta figure out what works by doing it. That's really all it comes down to. Just try something and learn and adjust. Okay, so let's do oh, this is kind of an interesting question to end on, but it is, my account just got banned or closed. Can you actually get it back? I don't think either of us know anything about this. Uh, I'll answer this real quick and then we'll do one more question. Um, if it was banned or closed for a legitimate reason, then learn your lesson and do better next time. If it was banned or closed for a mistake, hope and pray that Amazon is sympathetic, right to people. I don't know. Try to get it back. But if this happened to me, so I haven't done anything that would get my account banned or closed. But if it did get banned for some reason, I would just try to create another account somewhere else and start over again. Like, that's all it comes down to. Focus on YouTube. Make sure you have good YouTube. That's all. Do you have anything to add, Tyler?
I mean, I think we've both seen, because we look at Facebook groups and you look at Reddit, that yes, you can get it back. People have gotten their accounts reinstated. It's a lot of work and it's a stressful thing. But like McKay said, learn your lesson and move on. It's not too hard to create a new account. I assume I haven't done it, but my daughter just created her first Amazon account. She's an adult now. And it wasn't that big a deal.
Yeah. So we'll do one. Okay, yeah, this is a good one to end on. What's the best way to drive offsite sales? So via Pinterest, TikTok, social media, YouTube, whatever. Go ahead and share your thoughts with this.
Yeah, you're way better at this than I am, but my platform of choice is YouTube. And part of the reason for that is I like generally just making review videos. I don't have a very specific niche. I make reviews on a lot of different things. And YouTube is a good host for stuff like that, where I can have a catch all. Mine is called Reviews of Cool Stuff. And I just review all my stuff. I put it on there. I kind of have a brand that's developed where my thumbnails look the same, and it works really well for me. And it's double dipping. You get paid for your views on YouTube. YouTube is now auto tagging, so you can get paid through YouTube and get a higher commission on their stuff. But then you can put the Amazon link in the description, take people over to Amazon. So I think YouTube is the best place to do that. And it's just making normal product review videos and letting people know how to buy it.
Yeah, going a bit deeper into this, I will say I think there's basically two things to have success on offsite or social media like YouTube or TikTok. The first thing is become wildly popular somehow. So you have a ton of followers, people watch your videos. The other thing is to create popular evergreen videos. So the difference between that is, say for example, I'm some entertaining guy. People want to follow me because they want to listen to me, whatever, or they value my opinion. So they might watch my videos just to see what I have to say about a product. That's one way you can have it so people are clicking on your links. They want to buy whatever you like because they like you. Now, I am not an entertaining guy, so I don't use that strategy. My strategy is to create a useful, informative video that stays on YouTube forever that people reference and use to get information about a product and then click on the link that way. So I think those are the kind of two major things. And I will say, I think YouTube is the best platform for more evergreen content, for creating a video, having it be up there for a long time. I created a video about 10 years ago that is still getting views and still getting clicks. Whereas I think TikTok is probably the best platform if you want to create more viral videos where people are watching
Mhm.
it for entertainment, but also if you can make a product entertaining, um, and interesting enough for people to wanna buy, you can make a ton of money on TikTok as well, probably a lot more money on Amazon and YouTube, but, me and Tyler, we're both too old to care to be that popular, I think.
Well, and honestly, a lot of virality does have to do with your age, how attractive you are, things like that. And we've both dabbled with things like TikTok. It's hard. You can learn it. And I've known people who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars off TikTok. But you know, lightning in a bottle. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
And so I prefer YouTube.
I do like the consistency of Amazon and YouTube. We will end things there. If you have specific questions, we love doing videos like this. It's a great excuse to talk. So write your question down below and have a great day.